Hello friends, every trader fights two battles, one that happens on the chart, a broken bar, and the other that rages inside their own mind. But the most dangerous battle is the one you can't see. It's the fear that drags your finger to the exit button just before real profits begin. It's the greed that makes you break your own trading plan. It's the anger that turns a winning trade into a loss. And it's the self-doubt that pulls you back right when you're about to win. The mental game of trading isn't just a book. It's a mind reprogramming system written by Jared Tendler, the mental game coach who has redesigned the minds of poker champions and Wall Street traders alike. And now, that same system, a broken bar, is in your hands. But be careful, this is no easy journey. Inside this book are 10 hidden mental levels. 10 psychological keys that most traders will never even hear about. Each level unlocks the next. Miss even one, and you will never open the door that takes you from being an ordinary trader, a broken bar, to a master with the millionaire mindset. So put on your headphones and listen carefully, because this isn't just another audiobook. It can change not only your thinking, but the fate of your trading. Welcome to the mental game of trading, where the war isn't about money, it's about mindset, patience, and self-control. Jared Tendler's first lesson is simple yet powerful. If you can't recognize your emotions, you'll never control yourself in trading. Trading doesn't just happen on the screen, the real trade happens inside you. How many times have you promised yourself, this time I'll stay disciplined, I'll follow my stop loss, I won't overtrade, and yet, the moment the trade opens, your heart starts racing. When profits appear, fear whispers, what if it goes away? When loss hits, anger rises as a broken bar, and that anger fuels your next revenge trade. But have you ever stopped to ask, where does it all start? Where does that fear, that anger, that greed come from? This isn't motivational fluff, this is Jared Tendler's first and most vital principle. Trades don't fail because of what you see, they fail because of what you feel. Every time you take a trade, an emotional reaction is waiting inside you, just looking for a trigger. Your stop loss gets hit, and you break down. You see a small profit, and you rush to exit. Your plan was perfect, a broken bar, but you didn't trust yourself. That wasn't a technical failure. That was emotional. Emotional awareness means knowing when fear rises, what triggers your anger, and why greed clouds your judgment. Awareness means observing yourself, not judging yourself. A trader loses the moment they say, I don't feel fear, I'm calm, I don't get angry. That's the biggest lie. Suppressing emotions is like hiding explosives in your head. It might not blow up today, but when it does, it won't just hit your stop loss, a broken bar, it'll wipe your whole account. So what's the solution? Tendler says, don't suppress emotions. Study them, track them, keep an emotional journal. Before each trade, ask yourself, am I nervous? Am I restless? Am I trying to prove I'm right? Write it down. At the end of the day, look for patterns, which emotions return again and again. Once you see your emotional patterns, you gain the power to stop them before they control you. That's how awareness transforms a reactive trader into a calm master. Even after recognizing emotions, one day you'll find yourself breaking your own rules again. Your mind says don't enter, but your hand still clicks. You know the risk is high, yet you take the trade. That's when you've entered the world of tilt. Tendler defines it perfectly. Tilt is any mental or emotional state that makes you trade in a way that's inconsistent with your strategy. In simple terms, tilt is that moment you rip your own rulebook apart and trade on pure impulse. Tilt often begins after frustration, one stop loss too many, and suddenly you think, enough, the market is against me. Then you fire trade after trade, until your screen is rated a broken bar and your account is empty. But tilt doesn't always scream. Sometimes it whispers, just one more trade. This time will be different. I've been waiting too long, let's just try. These are tilt's sweet lies, and you don't even notice when they take over. Here's the truth. You can't stop tilt from arriving, but you can catch it before it destroys you. Tendler says, tilt isn't your enemy, ignoring it is. Create a tilt tracker. Every time you feel frustration, FOMO, ego, or revenge, note what triggered it, what you thought, and what you did. That's not journaling, that's a mental MRA. It reveals your hidden patterns, and once you see them, you can fix them. Remember this line, if you ever think, just one more trade, you're already in tilt. Awareness, not ego, is your defense, because the moment you think I'm too good to tilt, that's exactly when tilt walks in through your open door. You've beaten tilt, you're winning trades, you're feeling unstoppable, and that's when the next enemy appears. Overconfidence. It's that high after victory, that whisper saying, "You can't lose now." Tendler calls it the brain's reward for short-term success. An illusion. You hit 3 great trades in a row, and suddenly you feel like a genius. You skip journaling, you start increasing risk, you stop waiting for your setup because you feel the market now. But the market doesn't care about how much you made yesterday, it only cares about your next mistake. How to fight it? 1. Winning streak. Humility. Remind yourself, this streak won't last forever, it's just momentum. 2. Risk freeze rule. Don't increase your risk for the next 5 trades, no matter what. 3. Celebrate discipline, not profits. If you won by breaking your rules, that's not a win. Confidence comes from discipline. Overconfidence comes from ego. And ego always leads back a broken bar to tilt. Next comes the devil of every trader, FOMO. That moment when a candle shoots up and your heart screams, if I miss this move, I'll regret it forever. You jump in and the candle instantly reverses. Sound familiar? FOMO isn't about the market, it's about your mindset. You see others posting a superscript 118,000 in 6 minutes, and you feel left behind. You forget your setup and chase their story. Tendler's rules are simple. 1. No setup, no trade. 2. Wait for the pullback, not the hype. 3. Journal your FOMO trades. You'll see 8 out of 10 will be losses. FOMO fades when you trust your process. You're not a fisherman chasing every fish, you're a sniper waiting for one perfect shot. FOMO's cousin is impatience, that restless voice saying, "Come on, do something." You enter trades too early, without confirmation, because waiting feels boring. But impatience isn't about time, it's about trust. You've stopped trusting your process. Tendler's cure. 1. Pre-trade timer. Sit for 15 minutes and observe no trades. 2. Quality over quantity. 1 good trade beats 10 random ones. 3. Planning ritual. If it's not in your system, skip it. Doing nothing is also an action, sometimes the most powerful one. Now comes the most silent killer, lack of confidence. You know your setup, your plan, you risk a broken bar, but when the moment comes, you freeze. That's not ignorance, that's emotional weight from past mistakes. You've let old failures live rent-free in your mind. The cure? Proof, not pep talks. Build confidence through evidence. Every time you follow your plan correctly, you strengthen your confidence muscle. Confidence means trusting your system. Overconfidence means ignoring it. Know the line. You think you're being disciplined, but really, you're just scared to act. You wait for the perfect setup, perfect confirmation, perfect ratio. That's not discipline, that's paralysis. Perfectionism hides the fear of mistakes, and in trading, perfection doesn't exist. Define a good trade not by the result, but by the process. Accept imperfection, execute, learn, repeat. Remember, the market doesn't care about your perfect setup, it respects your execution. And finally, a broken bar, the deadliest enemy of all, a lack of discipline. The voice that says, "Not today, I'll start fresh tomorrow." That setup looks fine, let's just wing it. Discipline isn't motivation, it's doing what needs to be done even when you don't feel like it. It's that muscle that keeps you consistent when your emotions want chaos, and without it, every plan, no matter how perfect, will crumble. Because in the end, trading isn't about strategy, it's about self-mastery. The mental game of trading isn't a book, it's a mirror. It shows you not the market, a broken bar, but yourself. Win that inner battle, and the charts will follow.